That's so funny.
Come on, here, let's go. Oh, okay. Against the wall.
Shot, 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 shot.
Four. All the way. You know what's funny? Nobody asked. Against the wall. No, not four. I want to knock worse than what I was pushing.
Stacked.
What?
Oh, that's what's his name's deck.
Should that sound like a playset or something?
No, that's Gator's deck.
No, that's that.
Yeah, that's his deck.
Let's go.
The deck to his place.
Four.
Look, look at it's like a freaking dance party. Shot, 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 shot. What's up? What's up? Okay, we're not gonna be doing effects. I'm gonna give people a go. Gator's deck came in. What's up, yo? What's up, everybody? Where the party people at? Yo, yo, yo. What's going on, everybody? Sound off in the chat. If you're here, you're in effect. Yes. Yo, Sat Man. What's up, man? We're chilling. We're chilling. We're chilling. Backpacker is in effect. I was messing around with these little dance party things. Does anybody know what Bitcoin is? Does anybody know what Bitcoin is? Let me know. Does any money... Hey, Kelly, how are you? What's going on? Where are you from? How are you doing, Kelly? What are you up to? How's your day going? What's going on, Kelly? Official. Official like a ref with a whistle. What's up, official? What's going on? It's like Casper, right? Exactly. Yeah, exactly. It's like Casper. Cute. What nationality? Oh, dang. What am I? I'm Puerto Rican and Salvadorian, but I'm married. Sorry. Virginia. Wow, Virginia. Virginia's cool. Virginia's cool. I watched a good documentary on Virginia about 3 weeks ago. What was it? It was actually, I think it was pertaining to coal mining. It was pretty interesting. Yeah, it was pretty cool, actually. The guy did a really good job. He went around to all the locals. But man, I'll tell you, some parts of Virginia, at least from what I was watching, man, some places are pretty rough, you know, pretty rough. But I think I'd like to go visit Virginia once. It'd be cool. But we're just here chilling. Usually I do a live on my mobile, on my PC. But I have orientation for my my oldest son. He's going to be going into high school. And we homeschool. So there's the orientation is dealing with how we get his classes all set up and everything. So I got to do that. It's like a Zoom meeting, a Zoom call. So I got to do that. So I wasn't gonna get everything all set up for a shorter stream. So, but yeah. So what's up, Sat Man? What you up to, man? What's everybody up to? What's everybody doing today? How's your day? How's your guys' day going? My day went great. It was hot. Well, it wasn't too hot. It was cool this morning and got hot later. But I donated some blood today, some plasma. Look at right there. I got poked. And then the other week I got poked on this arm, but then I bruised up a little bit. No bueno. No bueno. No bueno when you bruise up. It's not fun. But we donate plasma because along with my hourly buys and my stacking, I get about $500 a month on plasma, and then I add that to Bitcoin because we buy Bitcoin. Does anybody know what Bitcoin is? Working on the channel, right on, man. Are you? I know you haven't been doing your lives with when you've been working on your stuff. You gonna get back into that, or is it kind of just a slow roll? Sat man. Oh yeah, we got to be easy on your lives, huh? Because we don't want to. You're on timeout, I think. We don't want to get the boot. We don't want to get in trouble. So if you guys go to Off Ramp Radio, okay, go show some love and subscribe over there. Satman, who's in the chat right now, he does a reaction video channel on music videos. If you guys will subscribe and then throw some stuff in the chat, and if there's anything you want to listen to or you want him to do a reaction video to, put it in the chat and let him know. And so he does that. We had too much fun one night, and YouTube said you guys were having too much fun, so YouTube put him on a timeout. Hey, what's up, Sin Diesel? Mr. Texas is in the house. What's up, Sin? What's up, Sin? We're just chilling on a mobile today because Anonymous has a orientation tonight for school, for high school, because he's going into high school this year. So even though we homeschool, we still do like this a kind of structured curriculum to where we abide by certain sets of rules or certain sets of guidelines that allow funding. And so we do it for like the funding purposes, because each kid gets about $1,900 for school year. And so that's for books, that's for educational programs, supplies, and things like that. Yeah, man, it's cool. I mean, we all remember going into high school, right? So he's excited about it, but the way that their login and the way they got to submit certain little things, and it's just all different. So I want to go to this orientation because I want to see. Otherwise, I'm going into it blind, and then I'm gonna have like 1 billion questions the first week, and it's just gonna be a freaking nightmare. So Fanny was able to do the girls stuff, some of the girl stuff today, but we're both gonna do anonymous stuff. So I'm excited about that. So yeah, high school, man. I told him, I said, boy, I see you getting older, about to start getting a job pretty soon, because he wants to get his license. And I told him, I said, you can get your license, but if you get your license, or if you can get your license, but if you want to drive, then you got to have a job. It's just the way it is. You can't just drive and not have a job. Like, it don't work like that. So his little ass is going to get a job if he wants to drive, and you know how it works. We know we obviously help out with insurance and stuff like that. Tell him gas isn't free. No, it's not, sir. No, it's not. And I'll tell you what, the gas is one part of it, but that's that damn insurance. Dude, we were looking at insurance. We've been pricing out, even though it'll probably be another year before he drives, probably, because he still has to do like the driver's ed and everything. But dude, the insurance is insane. Like, it's stupid high. And so, we're open with each other and we talk about it. Washing dishes at 15 was great. Yeah, I agree, man. Like, he wants to get something that's like just a couple miles away from the house, like maybe like at a Subway or something. But the thing is at like, I think 16, he's going to start his internship at Micron. So, and what'll happen is when he starts working at Micron on the intern youth program, that way when he turns 18, he already has stature within the company. And he'll be starting off at 18 years old around $26. And 18 years old starting off at $26 is not bad. You know what I mean? And the insurance for underage drivers is ridiculous right now, bro. Bro, it's nuts. Dude, me and Fanny, we've been searching for insurance. Bro, it's insane. Like, there's no such thing as like affordable insurance. Like, and I don't know. I have this thing about like full coverage for some reason. Like, even though our car's paid off, I just have this like thing about being like just full coverage. I don't know why. Some people tell me, oh, don't do full coverage, whatever. But I don't know. It's just like a psychology thing for me. So, yo, what's up, Spaceman? Spaceman and Jack are in the house. What's up, y'all? Yeah, man. So I've been in general, yeah. So that's what's up with Anonymous. We're gonna get him started right, man. You know what I mean? Like my dad never really did stuff like that with me. He never really pushed me to kind of like be anything, or I mean, you can't expect kids just to be like, oh, they're just gonna have drive and know what they want to do, but I never got that little bump, and it kind of sucks. But I mean, that's the reason why our relationship is what it is today. It's non-existent. But I'll tell you what, he's in the big brother big sister program, and so he has a big, and his big, he's an older gentleman, and they meet up once every 2 weeks, and he worked at Micron, ironically. And so he goes, oh yeah, I can talk to some, like, literally he's like, I could talk to some people there. And you know how it is, it doesn't always mean you're gonna get something, but it's always nice when you have someone to be able to put in a good word, man. You got to take those little advantages where you can get them. Nah, bro, you're smart. Full coverage is the only way to go, especially when underage driver. Yeah, you have to, man. And for us, when we're driving in the car with all the kids, that's another reason why we have full coverage. Because when we drive in our vehicle with 3 other children, other youth, bro, I just feel like I have to have it. I have to have it. I don't like the price of it, but and then when I'm at work in my work truck, see, I don't have full coverage in my work truck. It's an older work truck. I use it just, my few days a week when I landscape, and it's just me in it. So I don't fully coverage that. And it's a 1999. It's an older GMC, just an older landscape truck. So I don't hit that one with full coverage. But for the family car, when Crystal's in the car with the kids and everything, we're hitting that up, full coverage for sure. I paid for liability when I was in high school, and it was still over 150 a month, and that was 20 years ago. Yeah, it's insane, dude. It's insane. Like, I never drove when I was in high school. I never wanted to drive when I was in high school. I was just one of those younger. I was just, being in the city, I just took buses everywhere. You know what I mean? And that's just what I used to do, is just take buses. And what the hell's going on here? And so I never drove. I waited. I was working when I was young, but I just waited until I turned 18. And then when I turned 18, I didn't have to take none of that driver's ed stuff, none of that. Then I just went boom. I got my license. I never forget it. I took my test. I passed it. It was a pencil with bubble. Like now it's all digital. I fill in with little bubbles, like the old SAT test you took in high school. And then and I passed it. It was easy. And then I passed it. It was easy. And then the driver, my driving instructor for my behind the wheel was actually my friend's uncle. It was so funny, dude. It was hilarious, and so that was fun. So anyway, I passed that, and then I went to this used car lot. I'll never forget it. This used car lot. It wasn't even a used car lot. It was an auto repair shop, and he had like 4 or 5 cars on the side that had prices on them. I paid $5,000 for my first. I think it was $5,000 for my first car. Mitsubishi Galant, a black Mitsubishi Galant. It was a 1998. Is that right? Maybe that was 1988 Mitsubishi Galant, and I bought that, and I loved it because it was my car. It was and I went to the bank. I took a loan out. I put I think 2,000 down, and then I made payments on it. I was working. I made payments on it, and I paid. That's how I did it for my first car. And I'll never forget that. It was super cool doing that. It was very rewarding. So not a lot of buses in corn country. Nah, no buses out here, sir. No buses out here. Yeah, a lot of people out here though, they drive e-bikes and electric scooters and stuff. Very popular out here. All the kids have them. I see adults have them. Dude, it's a trip. They're super popular over here for some reason. But I guess it makes sense. I mean, it's either a bike, or you're hitching a ride or a taxi or something. LOL saying only bus in my town were school buses. Forgot to include the school buses. Yeah, the school buses. Yeah, it's cool. It's pros and cons of living out here, but I love it. So I got a question for you guys. And any responses will be great. I really enjoy doing the mobile lives. I like the flexibility of them. I like the flexibility of mobile lives. I like sometimes I like the less. It's not as complex, and it's really, for some reason, I feel like you just home in on the verbal discussion more. And I feel like it's more engaging, like in regards to when you guys write a message. Like I just really want to home in on that message and actually have a verbal chat, opposed to being like, let's show this screen, let's show that video. And for you guys as like, as the viewers, what do you guys think about that? And I want to get more feedback. I've been trying to get more feedback on that, but plus more energy when you're out in nature. Yeah, that's true. That's true. I just like being able to just be like, let's just spin up a mobile real quick. Let's just talk our stuff. You know what I mean? And pick a subject or whatever, how the day went, whatever. I do. It's gonna be on. Let's see. It's gonna be on that side, babe. The far side of the bed. But and I've noticed that plus more energy. Yeah, and the thing is, I can get up, I can move, I can walk. I'm not like confined to like a desk. I'm not confined to like having to set all this whole station up. I'm still gonna do that, but it's just nice to be able to like just move around and walk. Like right now, I'm like, okay, I'm out, I'm on the street, chilling, got my hydration, and I can just, I don't know. I just have it. Sometimes I think it really is just sitting behind it. I feel like when you're sitting behind a desk, it's just kind of like, it's cool, but I don't know. It's just a different vibe. Like I'm an outdoors guy, you know what I mean? And sometimes you just sit behind. That's another reason why I can't work in cubicles. What's good, Vic? Sam, oh yeah, look at, hey Vic, what's up? Vic's in the house. Yeah, man. So I just like that whole. I like the mobile lives. And it's interesting too because it's like when I record my vlogs. Like right now I'm walking, got the sun on. It feels good. I just love this. I feel like when I do my vlogs, people always go, or actually no, it was me and Trent. Me and Trent talked about this, and some other people as well. But they said, why do you record your vlogs in portrait mode? And I was like, because I'm able to walk and talk into my phone like naturally. I'm just holding my phone. I feel like when I hold it sideways, it just feels weird. And just something about just holding it, walking and talking. It's just like this natural flow. Late but here. What's up, Cedar? Hey, what's up, Scotty boy? Yeah, so real quick for you guys who just chimed in or who just jumped in right now, Anonymous has a orientation for high school. So we're jumping on a mobile live, so that way I don't have to get everything all set up. The computer station and everything all set up with lights and everything, and so he's gonna. I gotta attend the orientation for him because he's starting high school, man. He's starting high school, so super stoked. It's so crazy. My son's starting high school. It's insane. And then, but so we're jumping on here quick. But yeah, I don't know. So I just go with the flow. One of my biggest worries or concerns is that I don't want to provide a lesser content for you guys by just doing a mobile live, by not being able to, share certain things or share slides or share videos and stuff like that. So it's something I think about, and that's the reason why I want to be open and transparent with you guys and talk with you guys about it, because I do care what everybody thinks. I do care. I take everything into account. So late but here, yeah. What's up, see Scotty, my man. Scotty, how'd your job stuff go, bro? I remember I think I asked you that. I don't know if I got a reply back from that. What's up, Scotty? Cedar? I'm still anti-vertical form. I know you are, Trent. I should have said, what do you guys think, everybody except Trent? Changing my name to 99 beat down. Oh, damn. Boom. Look at that Cedar coming in with a firecracker. Hey, Trent, what's up, Scotty? That sounds pretty gangster. Yeah. Yeah. Scott. Shit. I swear, if I go to Japan, I want to meet Scotty. That would be so much fun. I would love to go to Japan. Me and Anonymous, because we're big fishermen. We've been looking at some fishing videos in Japan. Japan is dope. Where it's at up there. I mean, it's crazy because like it's like 85 or 90% of the population's like in a city, and then the small percentage is up in like mountain villages. My percentages could be off, but it's definitely over 75%. And it's amazing Japan's landscape, and how many mountains there are and streams. So I just love it. I love it. Still waiting. Okay, has a ring to it. Yeah. Yo, what's up, Jor? Jor coming in a row. Pax, what's up, Jor? Jor, we're doing a vertical mobile live today because Anonymous has a class coming up, or I have a orientation coming up for Anonymous for he's going into high school. So I'm afraid to go to Japan. Why? Because I'm sure I will fall in love with it and not want. I know, dude. I know. I'll tell you what. I really love the Japanese culture. I really, me and Fanny, we love the Japanese, everything, you name it, we love it. I love the philosophies of the Japanese, the mindset. I love the food. I love their relationship with food and how they eat it, and how they serve things a la carte and separate. And to some people, they don't, I guess, maybe don't think about that, but when you serve things separately and you're intentional on what you do, and but then I know there's a dark side of Japan too, you know what I mean? So like, I don't want to like make it sound like it's all like rainbows and unicorns and stuff, because there's definitely a dark side of Japan, but of the culture and a lack thereof especially in regards to the lost generations, because Japan's going through a generational gap right now, with older people living super old, they're getting super old, and then the youth, and there's like this huge generational gap. Japan is slow life, living on the edge, all in one. Yeah. I'm also really getting into Japanese style of coffee making. Yeah, it's just, the thing about Japan, if you had to just encompass it in a whole, it's intentionality. They just are very intentional on the things they do. When they do something, it's not about rushing it. It's about doing it well. Some people will call it, they're like perfectionists. And to a point, I would say that could be true, but I don't think that's the right word. I think they're very, they strive on excellence. They strive on being the best and doing things really well. I just respect that so much, because it's quite the opposite here in America. We strive on turn and burn. How many houses can we throw up? What can we build to make a numerous amount of that is decent quality? Mobile, let's see. I never looked into Japanese style coffee making. I'm gonna have to look into that more. I know Fanny gets really into that because she's a coffee master. She went to school for all that stuff. But I don't know if that's that's more so for making. So I'm sure she knows a little bit about that. Mobile live streams are great. Enjoy the outdoors and do what works best for you. Yeah, I really do enjoy them, man. I'm not gonna lie, guys. I'm really like wanting to like just navigate to the mobile stream, like really do, and then kind of just do higher percentage of mobile stream, and then a lower percentage of like behind a laptop. And it's really starting to feel that way. And I might roll with it for a while, but like I said, obviously I want to make sure that the content that I'm delivering, or conversations that we're having, because when you're doing mobile, I'm really relying on interaction with you guys in the chat, way more so than behind a computer, I feel. And it's really a full-blown conversation, because I don't have content that I'm just gonna be like, hey, let me pull this up on the screen, let's talk about what happened on X today. Like, it's me talking with you guys, but I also feel like it's more personal. And I naturally, I just like talking, you know what I mean? I can talk forever, you know what I mean? So it seems like the Japanese isn't it? They're not into half-assing. No, they're not, bro. They're definitely not into half-assing. Ain't no doubt about that. No half-assing going on there. And I love that, though. I love the intentionality, man. That wabi-sabi ideology and mindset, the philosophy. I don't know if you were there for that stream, Sin, and I did a slideshow on wabi-sabi, and I got into that because with photography. So photography, there's a bunch of great photographers out there. There's one photographer, I don't remember his name, but he believes in wabi-sabi, and he uses that wabi-sabi as philosophy into his photography. He's like, you know, beauty in the mundane, you know, like where some people might see a weed in the crack of the middle of the sidewalk, you can see beauty in it, you know, and it's just kind of like that. And you slow down, and it's minimalism. You know, you don't need all this stuff in a frame. You can be intentional in your shots. And so I get really, really into that whole thing, especially with the photography. But as a mindset, yeah. LOL. So con to mobile streams walking in and out of range of your Wi-Fi. That is true. Yeah. I noticed a cutout. Yeah. I noticed that, Trent. when I saw that pop up, I'm like, U-turn. The Japanese have perfected the art of pour overs. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's interesting. I wonder if that has a lot to do with also temperatures and things like that. Yeah, I'm gonna look into that, because I do get into the whole coffee thing. We used to have a really good coffee station, and then we just kind of simplified. We just kind of minimalized our setup and just simplified it, you know. So all my neighbors, and simplified it. But we looked into doing pour overs, but I love French press personally, but I want to get back into doing some pour overs. I think I got enough walking, and I'm freaking starting to sweat now. It feels like a lot. It feels a lot like focusing on the process, not so much the result. Yeah. It's like you're in the moment. You're in the moment, and you're focusing on the detail, and you're not focused on and that's the thing, dude. Like in America, we just like everything's a freaking rush. Even out in the country, like where we live, you know, out of the big city, it just still feels like everything's a rush. Like everything's always a rush. Like I gotta fit 25 things in my day, and I'm rushing to do this, and I'm rushing to do that, and it's just, dude, that wears on you after a while, and then you don't even realize it. When I moved to Hawaii, our life came to a screeching halt, because initially we lived in the Bay Area, and then we went from the Bay Area straight to Hawaii, the Big Island, one of the slowest islands, and it was just like, whoa, like this is crazy, you know what I mean? So that's like the biggest thing I can relate to. Like sometimes you don't realize in your current life of where you're at or what you're doing until you go put yourself in a position to where you need to slow things down. But then you're deliberate about them. You're allowing people, you stop and allow people in. You know, you're not just rushing up to a light to block somebody so they can't get in. Little things like that. And it's nice because in Idaho, it's kind of like that, where, you know, I do that for people here. People do it for me. And it's really nice. And you can tell who the implants are, because they don't care. They'll just rush up and they drive like maniacs. But live streaming fishing, yeah, that might be one, Vic. That might be one. Unfortunately, everywhere we go with fishing, there's no Wi-Fi. So, but that would be definitely a good one, bro. I thought about that. But there's just, everywhere we go is either up in the mountains or out in the deep country, and then there's no Wi-Fi. But it's a blessing though too, because we're not married to the phone when we're doing it. But I've thought about it. Enjoy the outdoor mobile streams before the Idaho winter hits soon. That's another one too, Sin. It could be a seasonal thing. Where I do it during the summer months or the good weather, and then in the winter it's just hunker down. That's true too. I mean, you're not wrong. I didn't really think about that, you know, because we're almost like a 6 and 6 here. We're pretty close to a 6 and 6, give or take, you know, depending on how the winters and all that stuff goes. I want to go snowboarding in Japan. Damn, that'd be dope. We went snowboarding in Hawaii. That was cool. Backcountry snowboarding. Yeah, we attach to, well, we do like wakeboarding out here. They bring the trucks, and we'll sit on like tables, and we go and they'll pull us in the tables in the parking lots, and you just kind of go around. That's the beauty of pour overs, minimal and great for travel. Yeah, they are. And the aroma. It's the aroma too. It's that process. It's the whole process, that start to finish. If any want to chop it up about setting up minimal coffee setup, hit me up. All right, well, that's for sure. That's for sure. I think it would be best if we showed you our space of how much room we have, and then go from there, because we do live in a tiny house, so we are need to be very intentional on what we have in the coffee space due to coffee area due to space requirement. So Rush, that's all I hear all day at work. Metrics. Yeah. That's also comes with the territory, right, Trent? I think for the line of work you're in. Sounds rough, Trent. Yeah. I mean, it's never a good feeling when you're having to constantly push the envelope and constantly like push. It sucks. I mean, I'm sure Trent does well, financially and stuff with his job and everything, and but that's one aspect of it, right? It's the one reason I like mowing lawns, and it's like, dude, I'm not building a house, I'm not a freaking engineer, I'm mowing your lawn. I'm really good at what I do. I know my heights, I know how to do my fertilizers, I know water, irrigation and all that stuff, cross cutting and all that stuff. There's a little bit to it. Having a good mower, keep your blade sharp, all this stuff. I just love the freedom. I love the freedom of my days when I do my clients. I have good relationship with my clients. I'm intentional. I'm in the zone. I'm educating myself with my headphones on all day long. I'm making good money. I make good money for what I do. My clients are pretty high end clients. They're not, they're not, $50 mows. They're pretty good mows, and I built it up organically, naturally, and I just really enjoy what I'm doing because I'm outdoors, and I work at my own pace, and I don't have nobody breathing on my neck. And by the same day, it's accountability, responsibility, because if anything goes wrong, it's on me. I wish we had a 6 and 6 here, more like a 10. Good luck with the rest. Yeah, it's almost like a 6 and 6. I call it a 6 and 6, but let's see. Yeah, it's like a 7. We get 7 summer, seven of outdoor weather. I'll leave it at that. 7 of outdoor weather with maybe 1 month of transition. Yeah. So it's about 7, 8. Yeah, so that's more accurate. Pour over help you slow down for sure and be patient. Yeah, I want to do some pour overs. I don't know, maybe. Yeah, I enjoy it. It's Fanny's a trip because she likes her coffee like tar. No, I'm not lying. Like in her French press, she puts like heaping scoops of like, she has like a 2 tablespoon thing, and she puts like 5 of 2 tablespoon things in her French press. That stuff is thick and strong. Pause. Oh, shit. And so her coffee is off the hook. So a lot of good ski runs not too far from me, but I'm not a skier. Minnesota is a 3 and 9. You guys' winters are gnarly, bro. Oh my god, I stopped being about the money 24 years ago. So now I have no money. Yeah, it's a trip, man. What is it? That's why I love doing these mobile streams. I just feel like I can just get into good conversation like this. I just, because so many different angles I want to talk about. It's just finances, man. Finances, retirement, 401ks, right? Social Security, all these things. I was watching some videos today on a bunch of stuff about this stuff, and I was gonna go off. So what time I got? 35. Okay, I got about 5 more minutes. So now I have no money. Those are a couple of the reasons why I love it. Plus the art of dialing in the grind and being in the moment with your poor technique appeals to the nerd philosophy. No, I love it. I think it's great. He goes, Satman, I know one of my offspring live there. I don't know how a native Texan can make it in those kind of anti-Texan conditions. Yeah, Minnesota's nuts. Minnesota. Whoa. Hummingbird flew by my head. Old Turkish proverb: coffee should be black as hell, strong as death, and as sweet as love. Yeah, her coffee is like, it's up there with a Guinness. It's up there with a Guinness, bro. I mean, it is dark and thick. Shit. And yeah, it's strong. Oh my God, you should come down to San Diego, son. Let's talk coffee, bourbon, tequila, beer, and Bitcoin. Damn, bro, that sounds like a good time. That sounds like a good time. Vic, I will make my way back out there. It's been so long. Last time that me and Mrs. stayed out in Alpine, beautiful area. That's great, man. That's awesome. All right, y'all. I think I need a jam because I forgot. I got to get it all set up and stuff. I got to look at the email, find the freaking link and everything. But yeah, man. So I think I'm gonna do some more of these, guys. I think as long as you guys don't mind, it's convenient. It's super convenient for me. And hell, I might even do more than just one. I might do some on the road ones where I'm driving in my truck, maybe because it could be in and out of reception. Or I might do some when I'm in town. You know, little 30-minute ones. But the evening ones will be longer, obviously, you know, similar to the length and the time span that we do at you know, behind the screen. But it'll just give me a little bit more flexibility, and I think we talk our stuff, man. I think we could talk our stuff. Speaking of Guinness, I will put you guys on to an Americano. Okay. That's 15-minute for me, sweet. The drive back and forth from there to San Diego is gorgeous. I love the mountains. Yeah, man, I love driving. I love traveling. I'm not gonna lie. We didn't do much traveling this year, man. Anyway, I gotta keep on talking. I don't think Fanny's probably getting stuff set up inside. But yeah, guys, I think we're gonna do a little pivot on mobile streams, and then pivot and less other ones. So thank you guys for hanging out, and then I'll see you guys tomorrow, and let's plan on a mobile. Let's plan on a mobile tomorrow. So thank you guys so much, and then I will let you know how the orientation goes. So I'll talk to you guys soon. Peace.